There has now been freedom, at least for now, in Fairfax County, Virginia, for an accused murderer given an unsupervised pass from a mental hospital. This is less than 4 years after he was locked up. During his leave, talking 2 days, he heads to the airport, Dulles International, boards a flight, and flies to his native country of Tajikistan in Central Asia. Gene Hamilton, America First, legal president, with me now. And Gene, good day to you. This is absolutely absurd how this could happen. All right, so he's not guilty by reason of insanity, but yet he's subjected to confinement at a mental institution. But he's given a pass based on state law to get out for 48 hours. He has an American Express card with his name on it, uses it to buy a plane ticket and fly home. How's this happen?
Bill, I mean, this is absolute insanity. If you wrote a movie script with this as a plot line, people would reject it as being too far-fetched. But apparently under Virginia law, there is it allows people who are institutionalized, which he was following this verdict in his murder case, to leave, to be given passes to leave the facility to do different things. And so not only was he able to leave this time and he fled the country, but they actually let him go to the embassy in Washington, D.C. before this and go get a passport. And so this is a failure on multiple levels. The whole notion that you're going to give someone who's illegally in the country, of course, number one, let them go get a passport from the embassy on their own on leave, number two, and then give the person the ability to leave again from the country or to leave from the facility and then board a flight and flee the country. It goes to show that there is a big problem here, not only with Virginia law, but also with our practice for people treated with verdicts of not guilty by reason of insanity. We need to have some real serious discussions in this country about what we do with that population.
I'm sorry, Gene. His passport expired. They allowed him to go to the embassy and renew the thing. I don't know what the punishment is all about. The Fairfax County Commonwealth Attorney is Steve Toscano. We'll see what he has to say about this because he got some questions to answer. Can they get Tajikistan to send him back?
I mean, look, at that point, then it's getting the federal government to get involved and getting the Department of State to put in some requests, have him extradited here. I would like to think we can exercise considerable political pressure to have that happen. So I would anticipate success in that regard. Tajikistan is not exactly a power player in the international stage, but we'll see. Who knows where he is right now.
He killed his landlord. It's just unbelievable to me. Okay, the Minnesota AG Keith Ellison. I want to squeeze this in. He's in a row with the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott. What Ellison wants is this ICE agent, Christian Castro, to be sent to Minnesota. He's in jail right now in Texas. He's accused of assault and a false report, accused of shooting a man in the leg. That was back when all that mess was happening in January. Here's Ellison first out of Minnesota. Watch here.
Normally, these things happen quickly. You send your extradition warrant over to the other state, and the person is extradited back relatively quickly. We had to file this lawsuit in order to compel Governor Abbott to do his basic function as a governor of a state.
Okay, so that's coming out of St. Paul. This is what's coming out of Dallas-Fort Worth, all right, or Austin, I should say. And I've never seen Governor Abbott back down from a fight. Here's his response now to Tim Walz and others.
I will not respond to them at all until they step up and do what's right and they acknowledge their fault in the fraud that took place, and they fully repay the United States of America for the fraud they committed.
Said, I don't trust Tim Walz. Gene.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't. He absolutely shouldn't, because, look, they have a track record to go on. And this whole notion that Keith Ellison is going to go out and make a video about this extradition request goes to show that he's just politicizing the entire thing. This is a case that involves an ICE officer, a federal employee, performing functions allegedly in which he did something that was incorrect, and is something that would be a federal matter to be treated. And so Keith Ellison is just on his grandstand trying to distract from the many real problems that the state of Minnesota has in its own borders, certainly with fraud, and others are amongst them.
Okay, we'll see where both of those go. Nuts. Gene Hamilton, thanks for coming on. Good to see you, sir. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox 1.